Hi guys. Sorry. Hi guys. We're here with the Ultimate Racing League for the Sunday Championship, and this is round 5, race 1, and this is League of AMs ones. Obviously, you can see on the map we are at Road Atlanta. It is 2.5 miles long, and it is a real world circuit. I do have some made up names for this track if I remember to do them, because obviously there is I'm not sure what the names are, so I've just named a few made up ones. But anyway, so this is obviously there is 5 rounds of sprints and 5 rounds of endurance. This is the last round of sprints. Next, when we go to round 6, it'll be endurance, and it'll basically be one race rather than the 2. But anyway, let's get back to today's race. Obviously, this is race 1. They went out and did their 10-minute quali on their soft tyres. And obviously, they run softs the whole race for race 1 in their GR4 4C Alphas. So anyway, Mini got pole after qualifying. Brilliant pole for him. Also, he won race 1 last week in round 4 at Magori, so he'll be hoping to bring that into his he'll be hoping to have another good race here. Nudi, he starts in second. He didn't have a great round 4. Probably wanted to do better, but he was unfortunate. Keyboard starts in third. He won race 2. And obviously he missed, he did race 1, he led for the majority of it, and then he had there was a coming together with someone else by accident, and obviously he didn't finish where he wanted, but then he made up for it in race 2 by winning race 2. And Aid there in 4th, didn't have a great race last week. He'll be hoping to, have a better race this week. Same with Pablo in 5th. Same with Fazzy in 6th, DB in 7th, Colesberg in 8th, the Ginger Ninja there in 9th, the Saint in 10th, Vane in 11th, and Nikki New in 12th. So let's get these guys on the way, and let's see how they do. So Mini gets them on the way down towards, waiting for the lights to go out, and they're out, and they are all full blast, speeding away down towards the first turn, which if they have to get it right. If they get it wrong, you can easily go out very wide on this bit, and it will throw you off to an oblivion. Hopefully everyone gets around it okay. Yeah, they do. But then also right after that, you come around the corner, and then you come up the hill, and you missed it because they've got all through it. And then you come into the S's. DB looks like he's all over the place there. Manages to keep it going though. So Mini's still got the lead, but he's got Nudie all over his rear bumper, and Keyboard is going for a pass. Oh, he goes up the inside of Keyboard there. He probably will he lets Nudie go. But obviously Aid has picked up from taking the advantage there and gained the place there. As they come down towards, which I call balls up corner. And Aid looks like Aid's very racy here. Looks like he's trying to get, but he's had to back off. Looks like Pablo's very racy here today as well. He went for a move on Keyboard, didn't work. But then Pablo made that mistake. That's allowed Fazzy to make a move and get past. Fazzy's up to 5th now. But Pablo's got Ginger Ninjas going for on the move on the inside. Oh, there has been disaster for Fazzy, Nudie, And they are like complete and utter oh, Nudie got it wrong. I got it wrong. Yes, and Nudie went off to that too wide. I did exactly the same. And Fazzy did exactly the same as well. So well, that's just funny. One going up. Not one, they all decided to, oh, let's just all have a bit of fun and go off the track. So that's actually quite fun. That is actually quite funny there. The three of them all going off at more or less the same time in the same corner. But that's unfortunately that's pushing them down to getting down to 10th, 11th and 12th. So they've got the work to do. There's another yellow flag here. DB. I think DB just all coming through the S's. Oh, he just got that one all wrong. He goes out and gives it a spin. So hello, Sand. Let's get going again. But that's pushed him down to 10th at the moment. Obviously, these two are obviously right at the back. But in the meantime, lap 2, let's go back up to the front. Mini has obviously got a little bit of a gap now to Keyboard in second. With Pablo, he'll like for Pablo, all his birthdays have all come in one go. Like all them guys going off in front of him and allowing him to pick up a load of positions. Cosbo there in 4th. He's trying to catch Pablo back up. And Ginger Ninja there in 5th. And Vane there in 6th. He's been chased down by All Saint Like. With Fazzy there in 8th, Ninky New there in 9th, and DB there in 10th. So DB is chasing down Ninky New here. But Nudie is there as well. Right behind him, he's looking for a move on DB here. I'll say Nudie will probably be kicking himself right now because he started second. And it just takes that one mistake. But that's the thing on this track, especially on that first corner. If you just get it slightly wrong, it throws you off the track. And then 8 there, Rock Bottom in 12th. Ninks just served a half-second penalty, so this will go allow DB and Nudie to close back right up on him, but they're going to go for a move, so DB's passed. Yeah, DB's passed, so is Nudie, so now Ninksy is down to 11th. Looks like Keyboard is very racy here. Keyboard is has the fastest lap with a 26.4. And now Keyboard is chasing down the Mini Egg in first. Let's run on board with Mini as he comes through these couple corners, which I call the Dunlop. I call these corners the Dunlop corners. As he gets out of that corner, now it goes down to the look, basically long straight. There are corners, but it's in corners, but you don't have to slow down, so it's not really going to be any corners. Keyboard's gone for an easy pass there. Did Mini have a penalty? No, he didn't. So I don't know why he slowed down. and just let, or I might have missed a gear or something maybe. But anyway, yeah, so Keyboard has now taken the lead. Mini down to second. Pablo not too far, couple 2-3 seconds behind in third. With Carlsberg there, about 3 or 4 seconds, maybe 5 seconds behind in fourth. He's got the Ginger Ninja chasing him down in 5th place. As well, you've got Fuzzy, Saint and Vane all battling out here, so Fuzzy's up to 6th now. Vane and Saint all sailing like a side by side as they come into these next couple corners. So Vane gets ahead, Saint's now dropped down to 8th. And Fuzzy's already making a run for it, he wants to go after that 5th place. He's already opened that gap up to Vane. And all Saint like there in 8th. He's got his eyes planted on Vane's rear end, looking to try and close that gap on him. Looking at their times, Vane's is a 28.7 and Saint's is a 29.4, so Vane is running a little bit quicker than Saint at the moment. Nudie there in 9th, so he's always in 9th, but he's picked up half-second penalty. And then DB there in 10th. Nudie is going to serve his penalty now, so he may drop down if DB can get close enough to make a move. He can get close enough, but is unable to pull the move off. So Nudie stays in 9th, DB stays in 10th, but now DB is right behind Nudie, looking to try and get past as they come around the final corner. And he's eyeing up that move on Nudie through turn 1. He doesn't go for it though, he backs out. As they come over the hill and right onto the next corner. But Nudie is opening up that gap now. He is starting to, but meanwhile, Aid in 11th, he's closing that gap onto DB with a 28.4, and DB's with a 28.3. So DB is actually running a little bit quicker than Aid is at the moment. But I think all in all, it's... Oh, DB went out completely wide there. That's given Aid the opportunity to get past. So DB's down to 11th now. And Nicky New now there is down in 12th place. So yeah, let's go up to the front, lap 6. And Keyboard obviously has got a lead, and he is starting to pull away from this. Yeah, at the moment Keyboard is running quicker than Mini. But it looks like Keyboard made a little mistake there in turn 1 that's allowed Mini to close that gap on him significantly. And then there's still that gap to Pablo there in 3rd. He's sort of having a nice lonely race at the moment, all on his own. But you can see Mini and Keyboard just down the road from him. He'll be hoping, praying that they have a coming together. And you Ginger Ninja there in 4th. He's now got Carlsberg right behind him, trying to get that 4th place for him. So they're battling for 4th at the moment as they come down this long straight down towards Balls Up corner. Carlsberg got through that corner chicane a lot better than Ginge did, so Carlsberg's been able to make a move on Ginge so much easier and get past. So now Ginge is up to 4th. Carlsberg is up to 4th. Ginger Ninja is down to 5th, but he's not letting Carlsberg go. He is going back after him. Then you got the Vane there in 6th. He's got Fazzy right behind him, and Saint not too far behind him as well. Fazzy trying to look for a way past Vane at the moment. Vane's fastest up is a 27.5. Fazzy is a 27.9. So Vane is slightly quicker than Fazzy at the moment. But Fazzy is just in that slipstream. I don't think, is he going to make an ambitious move here? No, he doesn't. He stays right behind Vane. But meanwhile, all Saint like there in 8th, he's right behind him as well. So there's this freeway battle for 6th spot. Saint with a 27.6 as well. As they come through turn 1 into turn 2, all Saint likes picked up half-second penalty now by taking that inside curb too much, unfortunately. So that's going to lose him a bit of time because he was doing well there, keeping up with them too. So Fazzy got that. What happened to Fazzy? I completely missed that one. Looking at Saint, I think Fazzy went out a little bit wide there. Oh no, he's gone wide, and what he's done is he's taken his foot off the brake to the accelerator to hopefully avoid getting a penalty, and it has worked. Because he didn't gain any time. So a neat little trick there. So that's allowed Saint to take 7th and Fazzy down to 8th. But Saint Saint like now is serving his penalty. That's going to allow Fazzy to retake 7th place from him. Meanwhile, Nudie there is 9th. He's gradually catching all Saint like. With 8 there in 10th. He's sort of all on his own at the moment. And then there's a little battle here for last place between 11th. So between Ninky and DB, there's a little battle here between the two of them. Ninky's just set at 28. His 28.8, his fastest lap so far of the race, with DB's fastest lap is a 28.2, so DB is able to run a lot quicker, but he's just not able to do it. So Nixie is getting away gradually. Anyway, lap 10, 9 laps to go, so we are about halfway through the race. So anyway, let's go back to the front, see how we're doing. So Keyboard still has the lead and he's opened that gap up to Mini. I think at the moment Keyboard's like, no, go away, you're not going to catch me, I'm going to just fly away and get to take this victory nice and easily. And the mini egg there, he's not doing too bad. He's keeping Keyboard in his sights. But meanwhile, Pablo Jr. in third. He is gradually creeping up on Mini. Every lap is creeping up and getting closer, so he's not too far. Pablo with his fastest lap with a 27.2. Mini's fastest lap is a 27.2 as well. Yeah, Mini is a 27.201. Pablo's is a 27.204. So there's literally nothing in it between these two in their fastest laps. But I expect Mini to be able to probably get a quicker lap time than that. But I think he's just decided to ease off a little bit. He's probably decided to let Keyboard go, let Keyboard make the mistakes. As Mini comes through second spot, through first corner, and then through these little then now coming through the S's. With Pablo there, he is definitely catching Mini up gradually. So now this is a battle for second from Pablo. Is Pablo going to be able to? There's one thing catching Mini, but there's going to be another thing passing him. Because now Pablo is right behind Mini, putting pressure on Mini to make a mistake. And Mini made the move and he took it, but Mini was able to go back up the inside on the next corner. So there's a great battle in here from Mini and Pablo. Pablo is still going after Mini. He's not letting Mini go. Pablo's basically making Mini work for that second position. And then there's a big gap to fourth place, so Colesberg is in. He's been chased by the Ginger Ninja in fifth, and by Vane as well. Vane's there in sixth as well. He's chasing them two down. Like Colesberg is doing a good job at the moment, keeping the Ginger Ninja honest and behind him, making Ginge work for that position. We're looking at their times. Colesberg's was a 27.6. I have no idea what Ginger's fastest lap is because it's not showing. But the Ginger Ninja is definitely closing on. He definitely got through that corner better than Colesberg did. And he's just trying to get in that slipstream to give him that boost. Is the Ginger Ninja going to get close enough at this corner to go for a pass? No, he doesn't. He is right behind Colesberg now, though. But then you've also got Vane is still there, and Fuzzy there in seventh. Battling, so this is a four-way battle for fourth place currently. Fuzzy got through that first corner a lot better than Vane did. Then all sailing like there in the eighth. Oh, he's picked up a half-second penalty. That's going to allow Nudie to take eighth off of him once they cross once Saint serves his penalty. And the yellow flag, what's the yellow flag for? I have no idea what the yellow flag was for. Let's go back up. So that 14 keyboard has the lead still. Pablo now is in second spot, and he has passed Mini. So Mini's down to third spot. Mini's now he's going to need to do whatever he can now to chase down Pablo, but Pablo's just set his fastest lap of a 26.9. So Mini's going to have to get a move on if he wants to catch Pablo up. Well, there is lap 15, so 16, 17, 18, no. There's basically 3 laps left after this, so if Mini wants that second spot back, he's going to have to go for it. Colesberg there in fourth. He's managed to finally break that toe. So Fuzzy there is in fifth now. Bane is there in sixth. Nudi's there in seventh. And the Ginger Ninja there is in eighth. He was behind Colesberg, so maybe it was him who had that issue, which caused that yellow flag. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm assuming. But Fuzzy there obviously is chasing down Colesberg. Colesberg has got a tiny lead, not much over Fuzzy. Then Vane is there in sixth as they come down towards the next few corners. With Nudie there in seventh. Ginger Ninja looking for a way past. He's unable to though. He's having to stay behind Nudie. Little Saint Light there in ninth. Then Aid there in 10th. So far in race one, Aid hasn't had particularly great race. He would have wanted to do better, but he hasn't been able to. Ninky New there in 11th. And DB there has dropped off a little bit there in 12th. But anyway, 3 laps remaining. Keyboard does have the lead, but Pablo, I think he is closing that, starting to gradually close that gap onto Keyboard. Question is, it's all well and good, is he going to be able to catch him though? He's opened up that gap to Mini there in third now. So I think Mini decided to settle for third place. As they come through first corner once again for the 17th time through this next couple of kinks and through the S's. And then Mini Egg, they're in third. Colesberg is still in fourth. With a little lead over Fuzzy there in fifth. He's got Nudie all over his rear bumper, so Nudie has picked up a few places here. So Nudie is now, he is very racy. He wants to get, he is definitely looking, Nudie, for a way past. But Nudie's going to have to try again. Is he going to be able to get close enough in this next corner to go for a pass? But then Nudie has to worry about Vane, who's right behind him there in 7th spot, looking to try and get back past as they come down to Balls Up corner. Nudie got out that corner a lot better than Fazzy did. He's going for a move and Fazzy goes up the inside. And Nudie takes that 5th spot from Fazzy. Fazzy down to 6th. Now as they go into the next corner, then you got Vane there in 7th. He's got the Ginger Ninja right behind, but Ginger Ninja has just picked up a half-second penalty, unfortunately. And you got All Saint like there in 9th. Just waiting for a mistake to happen or something to happen. But Ginger's trying to get past Vane, but it's not working. In my opinion, there's no point even bothering trying to get past when he's got to serve that penalty anyway, so he may as well wait, serve the penalty and then try and go for a move. But Ginger Ninja is just about to serve his penalty, which will allow All Saint like to get up to take 8th position off of him, and the Ginger Ninja down to 9th now as they come down towards these corners. When Aid there in 10th, Ninky will be there in 11th, and DB there in 12th. Now obviously these guys are on their final lap now, with Keyboard leading, Pablo still in 2nd, Minnie still in 3rd, but these 3 are well ahead of 4th place Carlsberg, so they don't have to worry about anything. But I'm going to stay with these 3. There's no really battle going on between any of them. They're all a good gap between each other. So I would say, unless Keyboard has a catastrophic accident, mistake in this next chicane, it's going to be basically his to lose. Can he get through this couple corners? Yes, he can. So Keyboard comes across the line to win at Road Atlanta and make it back-to-back victories. Pablo will be overjoyed with that 2nd spot. Minnie will take 3rd. So now it's going to be for the 4th spot. Who's going to take the 4th spot? Carlsberg has well and firmly got the 4th spot. I think there is no one anywhere near him. So Carlsberg takes 4th, Nudie takes 5th, Vane will take 6th, Sane will take 7th, Ginger will take 8th, Fazzy will take 9th, Aid will take 10th, Nicky New will take 11th, and DB will take 12th. Now that was race 1. Thank you to Carlsberg for saving and sharing the replays. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back shortly with race 2. So bye bye for now.